This success journey is one of the interesting success journey. I would say that this is a success journey of friendship. This is a success journey how each one really works. How if you work together, we can get it done. Aga messaged me in the month of February that me and my friend wanted to do PGMP. I said, okay, let's start the discussion. We started the batch program. He joined the batch program. The first class led by Mr. Abdur Rahim, our esteemed trainer who made sure that 100% success record remain there, started on 12th of February. Then we submitted the application. We worked into that, the entire process, all 5 domains. We submitted the application on 2nd of March. His and his friend, both application was submitted. Now we are looking here for the application to get approval, but on 12th of March, PMI updated PGMP. As a result, we have submitted 4 applications. Now, out of them, he is the fourth PGMP. Everyone else did it. So all the application, PMI sent it back. Barrow's application, who was his friend, Aga application came back. We resubmitted their application with the new updated standard in just 8 days. In just 8 days, we read the standard, we taught them, we resubmitted their application. And PMI now, I want to appreciate PMI also. They approved it within 10 days. They approved it within 10 days of application. And that is 30th of March. And today is 24th of April. So I would say 25 days after the application, Aga is certified PGMP. This is nothing less than magic, Mr. Abdur Rahim, that we are doing here. With the people, I was having conversation with one of the prestige trainer for PGMP, doing for 20 years. Said, how you guys are clearing? I said, it's like 2.5 month journey, not more than that. Said, I recommend studying for 8 months and then still student fail. Whereas here for last 2 years, and I'm saying it on a recorded video that will be uploading on YouTube, that none of our student has ever failed in PGMP exam. The reason is very straightforward. It's a straight line. Step 1, we hold your hand, and step last, we send you to give the exam with our blessing, and you go and manage that thing. So, Aga, congratulations on doing it very quickly. So, why don't you share your journey in your own way, please?
Yeah, thank you. First of all, thank you very much. Your efforts were very valuable in this journey. And yes, so since the start, I all followed your program. Also, Mr. Sami helped me a lot. So me and my friend, my friend just earned it earlier, and I was actually going to take it earlier as well, but the problem was the exam availability in Qatar, in Doha, was just the nearest time was 24th, but I could take it earlier. Yeah, so the most important thing, I followed all the program and tried to solve the questions that you provided, and also follow these the tricks that Mr. Abdul shared. So there was no need actually. I read the myself the standard, the old one, which was not at that time changed, and but it was, I think, not primarily required because the materials that Mr. Abdul shared involved all this information and within the standard. So actually, it's not required to read all of them. And the actual exam itself was a little bit challenging, but I did it all in one go, and I knew it that the whatever questions I answered I was sure was right, and then at the end just achieved all of them. and I just finished it 1 hour earlier. And the thing is, I didn't go back, and I just highlighted three questions that I want to. Yeah, three questions. I reviewed it, but it was fast, and then I finished the exam. Yeah, that was the journey. Um, Theoretically, maybe we can discuss. I don't know whether now is the best time, but theoretically, what was the major questions? What was them about? We can discuss later, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about the first and most important thing. Now, since the exam was updated, were there anything which Mr. Sami did not cover?
Couple of questions came from these sprint reviews and
But
this agile time.
that is agile. That is agile. That is being updated as we are talking. That is being updated because now this is as we are adding. Why I am asking this thing on a straight recording is that because I'm a big believer of continuous improvement. I believe that we need to work on something that we continuously improve. Because if we stop doing the improvement, if we stop doing the improvement, then things become challenging. Okay, Aga, I want to know one thing, and before you move forward, how important this visit was for you? How important this, if you can see my screen, this visit was for
Yeah,
you? That Mr.
this
Sami,
was
while traveling back, he stayed at Qatar and met you and another and one more PGMP person. So how important that motivation was you for your preparation?
that was marvelous, actually. That was actually very good, and that inspired, also helped me, to prepare, because when Mr. Abdul was here, we had a chance to discuss face to face all these things, all this journey, and we had today in the exam there were three guys who were also taking PGMP.
Okay.
One of them from US, the others I couldn't have a chance to talk, but one of them I had a chance to talk, and she failed, unfortunately. So I recommended, I gave your contacts, maybe she will contact, and she said, but she said that she didn't prepare properly. That was the reason, most probably. But yeah,
Yeah. And you passed with this score above target, above target, above target, and above target. I
yeah.
You see, I don't actually care about above target, but this is something when you always get all above target. So that makes me very happy. Mr. Sami, if you can take over and ask him the specific questions.
Yes, first of all, Aghalar, very congratulations, and I would like to say the visit we had on 16th, we were together around 2.5 or 3 hours, and I summarized complete PGMP again in 1 hour in my hotel room to him, and I think that maybe 50 questions were coming from this summary domain again.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
starting with the application part, I think because it was the toughest one, because as Amir said, we had to change it completely. It was reduced to 4 domains. How frustrating it got to you? Then we said that we had to update it. I got the feeling that you were getting anxious that why it is happening to us. But I think that was a part of the journey, and it was only disturbing point for you. But we kept you motivated and continuously
Yes,
with
yes.
you. I think for every other student, I think application writing is now becoming. Somebody say before we had to write 3,000 words. Now it is only 4,000 words. But from my perspective, these 4,000 words are much more tougher than writing 3,000 words in before. Why? Because now PMI has clearly written, write your actual experience. So we cannot manipulate about the theoretical things. We cannot write any story. We have to be very specific in 6 to 8 paragraph in each section. What actually we have done on that exam on your in your actual program experience life. So, Aga, continuing with that thing, how important was the follow up that was done on regular basis or daily basis with you? Because you are busy
Yeah,
professional.
that was very professional and very on time. I don't think because I know some people also taking these courses from other providers, but they are not following that much. So that was very good. Also during this application process as well, that was very helpful. And you know that we had an issue because we applied before the exam changed, and then the system changed, and you know they sent the response back, and we send it again. So yeah, so this whole process, your supports were very valid.
Okay, and Amit, before I move forward, one
Mr.
question
Sami, I
about
would like to interrupt here.
yes.
You said they are not doing much follow up. With all due respect to all the trainers, they don't do follow up at all. That helps us. Actually, that helps us that my entire training system, not just PGMP, all the trainings are based on one thing. And we were discussing this with Malik. He actually asked, will you take me to the end? That is the secret sauce, as they say in Kung Fu Panda. That is the secret sauce that the follow up till you become certified PMP backed by customized roadmap. Mr. Sami, please go ahead.
Yeah.
You are muted, sir. Yeah.
Saga, how important was the coaching calls? Because you were participating in a lot of coaching calls, and also I showed you the link. How important is it to do the question by yourself and then discuss with the trainer what are the other options, what are the other possibilities, why I'm doing these questions? How important are the coaching calls?
Well, coaching calls are very helpful, but the most helpful for me was this all communications through WhatsApp. You know, you remember whenever I had any question that I was very confused and needed to discuss, I was sending a message to you, and it was responded on time. That was very good. So yeah, that helped me a lot. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, others in the other world, the other providers do like this, but yeah, that was very helpful, very on time, and that helped me a lot because during doing the mock exams, all these questions. There were some questions that really needed a clarification, and those clarifications were very helpful from your side.
Okay. So a very important thing, two questions I have, one by one will go. One thing that now people can also buy it if anyone does not want to go the entire program. Now we are giving like $350 for application review, and then the most important document, which I consider Mr. Sami has created. And I guess everyone has given me that feedback, that mastery sheet that linked it to the everything. How important that master sheet was for you?
Very good. As I said, I read myself the standard, but the master sheet all the includes, and this is actually includes the 100% information that I have seen the questions on the exam. So if you have this master sheet, that's very professionally created, and yeah, it includes all the information within the standard that you don't need to read all of them. So I didn't see a question that's coming out of this or any keyword
Hmm.
that's coming from out of this master sheet. So
Out of
just
my
again, all this agile question, but they were not any specific type of like definition saying that what is this, but this agile was, well, the questions were situational. So yeah, so
yeah, that's a
So
lesson learned for us for continuous improvement, that which we will incorporate with the future students. For example, now there are two type of students. For example, the Vinu who is listening to right now, he just did PMP few days back. For him, he does not need the agile because the PMP he did, he studied with the agile. Now that's something interesting why PMI is doing it. So if you ask him what is sprint review, he will give you the entire sprint domains, right? But with you, when you did PMP, it was not with agile. So now what we will be doing, me and Mr. Sami, we will be adding one lecture where I will be coming and we'll joining together, and we will go through one time the idea about agile. what is Scrum, what
Mm.
is Agile, so that we can incorporate into that. That's a beautiful lesson and work into that way. Okay, as you said, there
And
was
one thing, Mr. Aga, only one thing, that it means that every question that is coming in the exam has a keyword. That is the key essence that I always tell, that if you are able to find the keyword from the question, then you can guide to the answer. Is it correct?
Yes, yes, definitely. So that's correct. Yeah. The only thing, as I said, was that we haven't seen during these coaching calls and within the sheet was the agile
Agile.
ones. Again, if
Mm.
you do that for the future ones, that would be good. At least I did it. I understood the question because it was asking the next step. What
Mhm.
will be the next step? Because I have ACP as well. You know, the agile
Okay.
PMI
Mhm.
ACP. So I knew the steps like the sprint review and read all this. It was easy for me, but if you include this also to the program itself, so that would be good. But
okay.
it was not hard questions anyway.
Hmm.
So if you,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. A very important question. Now, in the exam, how relevant those green background mocks that Mr. Sami gives, you'll have to call them green background to separate them. And the other mocks were you, the relevancy to the real exam, how much it was.
Apart from the green background, I saw that the questions in the mocks were so very almost 90% likely. There were a couple of questions that were primarily asking the exact answers, like, what is this included inside, like the program charter or business case, these kind of things. Yeah, so this was from the green background questions that you can get, but the ones there, they were like the calculations, and I had three calculation questions, uh, and all of them were related to these cost calculations, this benefit cost ratio and the return on investment. I didn't have any earned value calculation question, no. Yeah, so they were primarily from the mocks. So mocks are very valuable in this to go through. Um,
Okay. Okay. Now, one thing that I am really fond of in the program is when we had a last call, you and I had a last call, and I asked you to take a break because I'm a big believer when you take a break, you move slow down and you get it in a best way. So, did you take any break in the exam or no?
Yeah, I took two breaks. One, I just before the exam, I planned that I will take the break on 75th question and then on 135 and then finish. So two breaks I took. Um, the only also issue was the environment because the test center, the room was very cold, so they increased the rate of air conditioning, and that was another
So
issue.
maybe a
Yeah,
lesson learned for every student, which I can add there, that have a maybe coat with you or a hoodie
yeah, yeah.
when you go, you put it there just in case.
Take
Just
with
in
you. Yeah,
case. This happened actually 3 years back to one of other students, but it is very rare. But again, that's a lesson learned because you see, all of us normally wear t-shirts when we are sitting, but having a coat there can help us. Okay, so how many formula questions were there?
there were no formula questions, so these were just a benefit cost ratio. They provided the cost and benefits, and the one question was related to this, like the program is 3 years and annual benefit is this amount and the overall cost is this. So choose which program would you choose?
Hmm.
This
Which
question
program
was there.
will be there?
Yeah,
Okay, okay. So this is a very
and the
important.
ROI,
Yeah.
like return
Oh,
on investment question.
return on investment.
Okay,
Okay.
and Mr. Aga, one thing, continuing with the questions, how relevant is the exam content outline? That every time I was saying that please read the highlighted eco words. How irrelevant are they in the real exam?
Well, from Econ, not so many questions. I had, I think, three or four questions was direct. So one of them was program mission statement. So it was a direct sentence asking,
Okay.
and also
Direction.
it is, yeah, and also it is in mocks, so you can see that
Mhm.
that exact question in the mocks as well. So that was them, and the other one was related to the program roadmap. That was also a straightforward question.
Hmm.
And a couple of questions was asking related to stakeholders. I think, yes, stakeholders ones.
Hmm.
And what about the
And
program management plan? Because in the fifth edition, they have made this a very important document. In the fourth edition, the roadmap was the key essence, but now they have included program management plan. So you got the questions in which the answers were like this.
program management plan, there was no any question related, but benefit management plan and benefits register. Uh, I had two distinct questions. One of them was related to benefits management plan. The other one was related. The benefits register one was asking was a very little tricky because the question just described the case and then asked that how can the program manager provide this information through what, so like this, so all this the progress and etc. So
Yeah.
benefit.
Okay. Let's do Aga one thing. You have to start your journey today. You contacted me, and today is your first class. What would you improve so that maybe you can, although we did in 2.5 months, but if you can decrease it, how? What are the things you would do it?
Uh, uh, so concentrate mostly, you mean what should I concentrate mostly?
Yeah.
Yeah, concentrate mostly on this. Don't waste time reading standard. That's my advice, and concentrate mainly on this sheet. And also the grid, the magic grid that's
Hmm.
provided by Mr. Abdul, and then do a lot of questions. So, and just try to do the questions that is provided as mocks and the green background questions and the mocks, and do not try to attempt the questions from other books. So that's my advice.
Hmm.
So these mocks and simulator and the green background questions are more than enough for this examination. So no need to waste time for with other sources.
Hmm. Okay. That's an important thing. Mr. Sami, before I would like to have some ending comment, but if you want to ask something, please.
Yeah, it was a very good comment from Mr. Aga, but I would say for everybody, like the sequence that we are following, the first we do chapter domain number one, we go step by step. The difference that we have done uh, about the application scope is that first we cover program lifecycle. Aga, how important is that? Because in the PGMP standard fourth edition, also in the fifth edition, lifecycle is at the end. But what we have changed, we cover lifecycle in the beginning, and we cover the magic grid in the first two classes, and then we go to the domains. How easy or how relevant is it, or shall we change it?
That's for sure. That's for sure. No need to change. That is very good because it should be in the beginning. This life cycle process. It should be in the beginning, and then we go through other domains. So that's for sure very good. And
Because that is the biggest, I mean, this is the biggest change that we are doing from the actual PMI standard. And then we do the application domain by domain, in which we ask you to write what we have studied today, write on your strategic alignment, write on your leadership, write on the governance, and then we work with you on domain by domain. So at the end of 2 weeks, when the course is finished, your application is also ready. I think it's also very, in the practical human life, if we say that if you go step by step, is much easy to track rather than giving a 1 week task and then following up. What would you comment on that, Aga?
sorry, I didn't get the question.
I said that going step by step, going one domain, writing the application, doing the questions, and then moving to the second domain. How
Yeah.
good this sequence is.
That sequence also I recommend. I think we did like this, yeah, in the beginning. So
Sure. That's what I want to say. That this, I think,
definitely,
this keeps you on track and don't give you overburden. That you have to do a lot of things and then you don't know where I'm lying now.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, so no, that's the perfect sequence for the preparation. If you started and yeah, in the application period.
Thank you.
That
Okay.
would be good. Anyway, I mean, when application is complete and you start your, let's say, uh, the coaching calls are finished. So you will anyway start from the beginning, like, doing the questions again and all this stuff, and
Mm.
then yeah, you will see the big picture in the end.
Okay,
Mm.
well, and Aga Misaga, only one last question from my side. How important are those two master classes that we had immediately when the standard was changed? We had the one master class of 2 hours on exam content outline and one master class of 2 hours which covered the complete summary sheet. That gives you the complete overview.
Yes, yes, yeah. So my recommendation is to concentrate mainly on the sheet,
Mhm.
apart from the echo, because in echo I haven't seen primarily just maybe 5% to 10% questions, straight questions, and then you can do it when there's, let's say, 2 weeks for remaining to your exam. But my other recommendation is just while you are uh, on the coaching calls, just to go through the questions, the real exam questions and the situation questions, and work everything not theoretically, but from the exam. The coaching calls are somehow like this, and that's okay. But if it is increased the level of the involvement of this exam strategy, that would be
Okay,
good.
Thank
good.
you. Thank you very much. And now comes the most important part that I would like to say is that each one teach one is the mantra. I really say that each one teach one is the mantra. How you already doing that? How you are already doing that? I want to say that you keep on doing it, spreading the good words. You already took your friend, but keep doing that thing. Vinu is asking how many 170 mocks we need to do. Also, do we have to remember everything in the magic grid?
No need to remember everything, just the keywords. From the magic grid, you will see the just to remember exactly the benefits register and these three major documents, like the project charter, project business case, program charter, program business case, and the program roadmap, program management plan, program benefits register. So if you remember everything in this, just try to go through every day on this. The rest, anyway, you will remember during the exam. So it's a
Yeah.
straightforward.
Thank you very much, Vinu. Thank you very much, Malik, Mr. Abdurrahim, and Aga. And keep moving forward, keep breaking the records. And I'm sure we are very near. We will make a new picture of all the PGMPs we did probably in this week. So we are very near to getting 50 PGMPs in the last 2 years. And I look forward to reaching our century. Thank you very much. I wish you best of luck, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
Bye.
And also, I wish
Thank you,
the
Aga.
people
Bye.
who prepare, I wish. And one more question. So in PMP, there is, I think there is I remember the trainer that told that you need to celebrate. In
Yeah.
PGMP, there is, but I haven't heard this.
Yeah. So you see, I am a
Abdul,
guy.
Mr. Abdul didn't
That
say
you
it.
are right. You are right. I'm a guy who's a very introvert. I don't like celebration. I set a goal. I go for the next goal. So maybe, but that's a good point. Mr. Sami like to celebrate. Let me tell you,
Yes.
he loves party and he loves to celebrate. I'm a kind of extreme introvert. He's a sports athlete. So maybe you guys next time Mr. Sami comes back to Qatar for traveling. So Vinu can also travel. He lives nearby, and Malik always he says he keep on traveling. So you guys can have a party together. But
Definitely. So
yeah,
I wait all
Thank
of
you
you
very
to
much.
Doha. Thank
thank
you.